All right, let's talk about a word you probably don't think about twice, a word you see in the mirror every single day. I'm talking about nose. Yeah, that's right. You think you know it, but what if I told you this incredibly simple word is actually hiding some of the biggest secrets about how English works? So that gets me thinking, what really makes a word basic? You know, one of the core building blocks of a language. Is it just about how often we say it or how simple it sounds? Or is there something deeper going on? Well, the whole thing starts with a super exclusive club, basically. It's called the Basic English 850 list. And guess what? Nose is on it. Now, this isn't just some random list of words somebody threw together. No, it's a carefully chosen set of words that are supposed to be absolutely essential for communicating, which begs the question, why on earth is nose so special? So yeah, that list, the BE 850, the whole idea was to create a simplified version of English, just 850 words that, in theory, can get you through almost any conversation. So let's use our word of the day, nose, as our guide to figure out, what it takes to get on that A list. Okay, so if we're going to figure out why nose is such a big deal, we got to break it down. And the best place to start? The sound. I mean, it seems straightforward enough, right? But like with so much in English, there's always a little twist. Check this out. The difference is super subtle, but it's definitely there. In the UK, you'll hear more of a nose, but in the US, it's a cleaner nose. It's the exact same word, just with its own little regional flavor. Kind of cool, right? It just goes to show even the most basic words have their own accents. But wait, the sound of nose gets even trickier. And that's because of something called a homophone. You've probably run into these before. It's when two totally different words with different meanings sound exactly the same. They're a classic headache for anyone trying to learn English. And for our word, the homophone is knows, K-N-O-W-S, as in she knows the way. I mean, it's one of those wild little quirks of the language, isn't it? Your ears can't tell them apart at all. The only way you can figure it out is from the context of the sentence. One's about smelling, the other's about understanding. Crazy. All right, so we've tackled the sound. Now let's get to the juicy part, the meaning. When I say the word nose, what's the very first image that pops into your head? Yeah, let's start with that most common, obvious definition. And there it is. Simple, right? It's a noun. It's that thing that sticks out from your face that you use for breathing and smelling. You have one, I have one. It's totally concrete, totally physical. This is, the bedrock meaning of the word. And you can see here exactly where it fits into the whole picture. It's right there with all the other essentials. Eyes, mouth, ears. It's just a fundamental part of how we describe people. Super tangible and something everyone on the planet has. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, if nose was just a noun for a body part, would it really deserve a spot on that exclusive 850-word list? I don't think so. Its true power, its real secret, lies somewhere else entirely. And this, right here, is the real reason nose is such a powerhouse word. It's not just a thing, it's also something you can do. It's an action. This is where the word just explodes with versatility, going from a boring old noun to this super dynamic verb with all these different meanings. So, let's look at the first verb meaning. This one is all about movement. But not just any movement. We're talking slow, careful, deliberate movement. You can almost picture it, right? Leading with your nose, sort of testing the waters as you go. This example just nails it. The ship isn't racing through the minefield, it's nosing its way through. Inch by careful inch. The word itself just gives you that feeling of intense caution and real precision. Okay, but then nose can also mean something totally different. The second meaning has a completely different vibe, It's about snooping, prying, getting into stuff that is absolutely not your business. So we've shifted from physical caution to, social intrusion. Oh yeah, and we've all heard this one, right? She's nosing around. This isn't about a ship anymore. This is about being nosy. It's such a perfect way to describe sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. What a great descriptive verb. And then there's the third verb meaning, which kind of brings us full circle, right back to the literal. This is what you see animals do all the time. A cat nosing its bowl or a dog nosing your hand. It's just a straight up physical action using the actual nose. So, okay, We've got a solid concrete noun and a super versatile verb. But to really be a basic word, a foundational word, it has to mean something to pretty much everyone, everywhere. So, just how universal is the whole concept of a nose? The answer? Yeah, it's very universal. Get this. The source we're pulling from has entries for nose in 96 different languages. 96! That is just incredible. It's a huge testament to how completely fundamental this idea is to being human, no matter where you are on the planet. And this just drives the point home perfectly. I mean, look at this list. Spanish, Japanese, Kiswahili, Russian, Arabic. The concept is there in all of them. Sure, the word sounds different, but the idea of that thing in the middle of your face is something we all share. It's a human constant. All right, let's wrap this up. We started this whole thing by asking a simple question. What makes a word basic? But now, after looking at nose from all these different angles, I think the answer is starting to get a whole lot clearer. So here's the big takeaway. The reason nose earns its place on that exclusive list is because it's just so darn efficient. On one hand, it's a simple noun for a body part everyone recognizes. But on the other, it's this incredibly powerful verb for everything from being careful to being nosy to a gentle push. It's so simple to say, but what you can do with it is just huge. And that really leaves us with one last thing to think about. If a word as simple and everyday as nose can pack this much punch, just imagine what other basic words are hiding. You know, the ones we use all the time without giving them a second thought. What other superpowers are we completely underestimating in our own language?